Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of surface area, specifically how we can find the lateral and total surface area of prisms, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. So when we're looking at surface area, we're not looking at volume, we're looking at the area of all the faces here. So this prism, right, we're looking for the surface area. We just need to add up the 6 faces, the 4 rectangles that make up the height, and then we've got our 2 bases. But when we look on our 8th grade mathematics chart, we're going to see 2 different equations. And at first glance, if you haven't spent much time with them, you're going to not even know what those letters mean. So the lateral surface area. So let's talk about the lateral surface area. So that means the 4 sides that are kind of connecting the bases, right? So here's one side right here. We want to find the surface area of these 4 sides. So that's going to be side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 plus side 4. We're skipping the bases. The bases come when we're talking about the total surface area. So the side 1 right here, well, the area is just going to be length times width, right? So this is going to be my 4 times 20, right? So this is my side 1 plus my times 20, that's my height. Now if I wanted to grab this back side right here and make that my second side, then that's going to be base times height, that's 6 times 20, right? And then if I wanted to add this third side over here, it's just going to kind of repeat what we've already done, right? It's going to be another 4 times 20. And then this front side right here is going to be right there. That's another 6 times 20. Now here's the cool thing. You notice what all of these have in common? We're multiplying everything times 20 because that's the height. So we can use the distributive property in reverse to factor this out. And we can say, you know what? We're just going to multiply the height. We're going to pull it out of all of these. Pull out that 20 since it's common in every single one of those multiplications. And we're just going to leave 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. Ends up being the same thing. Because 4 times 20, right, these are 80s. And 6 times 20, that's 120. 80 and 120, that's 200 and 200. So this equals 400. Look what happens here. This is going to be 10. This is going to be 10. That's going to be 20, and 20 times 20 make 400. And guess what this is right here? 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. Yeah, that's the perimeter of the base. You're just finding the perimeter of the base, which means you're adding all 4 sides, and then you're multiplying it by the height. So that's where this comes from. So this P equals the perimeter of base. So just find the perimeter of the base of your prism. If it's a triangular prism, just find the perimeter of that triangle, not the area, the perimeter, and then you multiply that times the height, and you've got your lateral surface area. So we've gotten these 4 right here, but what we don't have is the total surface area because we don't have the top and the bottom. So the total surface area is going to be your, so this is your lateral surface area right here. So lateral, those 4 faces, plus, and it makes sense, right? Now we need to grab the 2 bases. So we would need to get this top base up here and this bottom base down here. And once we get those 2, then we're good to go. So lateral plus the top and bottom. So we already know our lateral in this example, that's 400. We've already figured that out from right there. And so the area of the bottom right, that's 4 times 6, 24. There's no measurements on the top, but we know it's identical. So it's going to be another 24. So that's just going to make 448. So when we're dealing with the surface area of a prism, first, pay attention to whether it's lateral or total. And if it's lateral, it's going to be easy. Just find the perimeter of the base. Even if it's not a rectangle, it can be a triangle, it could be a hexagon. If it's a prism, perimeter of the base times height, then the total, you just add the top and the bottom, the 2 bases, and you're good to go.